my name is Tracey Cox, and I am arguing for genetic engineering and cloning. This is my audience. What does genetic engineering make you think of? The creation of a superhuman race? Or the perfect baby, maybe? The fact of the matter is, the primary use of genetic engineering is for curing genetic diseases. Genetic engineering and cloning is beneficial for those who have genetic diseases or have lost body parts because they provide the opportunity for a cure or a replacement. Genetic research has existed for a long enough period of time that scientists are able to easily manipulate genetic code so that it's beneficial for mankind. According to Dr. Ray Boland, PD, in molecular and cell biology, and the current president of Probe Ministries, the first gene therapy trial in humans corrected a life-threatening immune disorder in a 2-year-old girl who now, 10 years later, is doing well. The gene therapy did require dozens of applications, but saved the family a $60,000 per year bill for necessary drug treatments without the gene therapy. Genetic engineering is dedicated to extending and improving the quality of life. Genetic engineering gives us the chance to eradicate or eliminate physical ailments once thought impossible to everyone. Over the long term, we should be able to control degenerative disorders like Parkinson's, motor neuron disease, and heart disease. We will have the opportunity to understand the molecular basis of these diseases and to identify drugs that may be able to prevent the symptoms, or to identify stem cell populations that can be implanted to replace damaged or dead cells. Dr. Boland identifies a project undertaken recently in which 16 heart patients were literally waiting for death. They received a solution containing copies of a gene that triggers a blood vessel growth by injecting the blood vessels into the heart directly. By growing new blood vessels around the clogged arteries, all 16 showed improvement and 6 completely relieved of pain. Genetic engineering is beneficial to everyone because it provides us more efficient and cost-effective food supply as well. For example, according to Deborah B. Whitman, CSA Senior Editor of Life Science, Biotechnology, Immunology, and Growth Factors, plant genetics can be isolated and a gene responsible for drought tolerance can be inserted into a different plant, and the new genetically modified plant will gain the drought tolerance as well as what it had prior. Not only can these genes be transferred from one plant to another, but genes from non-plant organisms can be transferred as well. The best known example of this is the use of Bt genes in corn and other crops. Bacillus thuringiensis is a naturally occurring bacteria that produces crystal proteins that are lethal to insect larvae. Bt crystal protein genes have been transferred into corn, enabling the corn to produce its own pesticides against insects such as the European corn borer. The world population has topped 6 billion people and is predicted to double in the next 50 years. Ensuring adequate food supply for this booming population is going to be a major challenge in the years to come. Genetic engineered foods promise to meet this need in a number of ways, with pest resistance, herbicide tolerance, disease resistance, cold tolerance, drought and salinity tolerance and nutrition. As you can see, genetic cloning is beneficial for those who have genetic disease or lost body parts because they have the opportunity to cure the genetic disease or have replacement body parts available if needed. Genetic engineering is also beneficial to everyone because it provides more efficient and cost-effective food sources. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great night.